Hello, I am BRITTA Wallace, Family and Parent Educator with Wallace Family Ministry. I am so happy to be here today, and I feel blessed that I get to share with you about my ministry. I really do love sharing my passion and my work to help parents and their families thrive. And what that actually really means, that connection that we really need to have with our kids and not just going through the mundane tasks of everyday life. So what pushed me into accepting this calling was really and truly God, and He really deserves all the credit there. I was actually pretty close to earning a degree in another field, health and wellness actually, and I was almost done with that degree, but He prompted me to go back to school for a completely different field, early childhood education, and I felt like He just really put that on my heart. So after I enrolled, I had to deal with this really difficult mentor, which is a whole God story there. But anyway, she advised me to take the wrong class, and the wrong class would not fulfill the requirement that I needed to earn my degree. So I could either choose to take a different class combined with the wrong one, which would together satisfy the requirement, or I could take the same exact class pretty much over at an advanced level. And my new amazing mentor thought I would be bored with that. So I chose to take attachment in early childhood. And this class really helped me to understand a lot of the hardship and hurt and trauma from my own childhood and also start to heal from it, which was amazing. And it helped me to find compassion and grace and forgiveness for those in my life who hurt me and let me down during childhood. And that is mostly unintentional, I believe. But earning my degree in early childhood helped me to learn a different way also to handle my children, which was more positive than I was used to, and actually yields better results in the long run, in long term. So this really made me want to continue my education and help parents and families. And I just went on this journey, and it's been amazing. So not only has my education journey changed my life by giving me a new, better, and more effective way of handling my own children, one of which who has ADHD and a lot of the same issues that I did as a child and challenges. And my parents really just didn't know what to do with that. There wasn't that much information. It was controversial. Diagnoses were not as easy back then. And they also parented how they were parented, like many of us do, and how they thought was best, right? Your parents want what's best for you. And that often led me feeling like an outcast, though, like the black sheep, like the bad child. And those feelings affected my self-worth and confidence and identity for so many years to come. So having this newfound education, number one, helped me to be a better and more effective mother to my boys, especially my boy who needs extra support and love and deserves parents who understand his challenges and want to help him through them, and also focus on his strengths and encourage him in those so that he can have a healthy and happy future. So often as parents, we're focusing on behaviors and challenges and the wrong things when we should be focusing on strengths and encouraging them to do well, right? So I want him to have the best chance at this life. And my education journey also changed my life by putting me on a healing journey, because without the healing journey, it doesn't matter how much education I have. I will not be good to anyone, not my children and not other parents and their families. So without the healing, there was hurt and anger. And where you see an angry person, you see a hurt person. And that's so very true. I've lived that in my life. So how do I overcome the obstacles I face? Well, I think it's important to learn grace and compassion and forgiveness, and to practice gratitude not only for just others, but for ourselves as well. I would say my biggest obstacle as a mom and even a parent and family educator, which I am totally transparent about, is that I have ADHD as well. And I get very overstimulated at times, just like my child does. So you can see how that works some days, right? So I have challenging days like everybody else, or moments in the day. I'm still human. I can still allow my emotions to get the best of me sometimes, but I've worked really hard to get to a place to have control over my emotions instead of my emotions having a control over me, right? But that's not 100% foolproof, especially if I am not practicing self-care, which is another major obstacle that I face sometimes. Just like other parents, I believe we sometimes forget, especially moms, is that if our buckets aren't being filled and we are overwhelmed by tasks and stress, then life too can get the best of us. We really have to take the time to take care of ourselves too. And that's often thought of as selfish, but it's truly not. It's a selfless act that you can do because you're no good to anybody else if you're not doing well. And I think it's one of the best things that you can do for your families. So the advice that I would give to someone who's hesitant on starting their own entrepreneurial journey, because they're afraid of the obstacle or challenges that they may face, is that truly if you're getting conviction, if you have a persistent passion or an extreme longing to pursue your dreams, then I really believe that that is God's filling you with purpose and that we should be obedient to that. And I believe that He's going to equip and prepare us to move forward. And He gives us what we need. He shows up in our weakness and He is our strength, and we will be successful. And success maybe looks different for each of us, right? So we're always going to face obstacles and challenges in life. It's just the way life goes, right? So, and I think the question that we really need to ask ourselves is, where do we want to face these obstacles? Doing something that we love to do and are passionate about, or sitting at a stuffy desk job, or whatever it is that you currently do to make money that is not passion and vision filled, right? So don't worry about the journey and the challenges that it's going to take to get there, or the journey that others are on, or how far ahead they may be. Everybody has had to start somewhere, and all of our journeys in the beginning are not a cakewalk. I can promise you that, and they require hard work. But in the voice of my coaches, coming straight from the mouths of my coaches, done beats perfect. So we just need to keep making progress, and we need to do that at the pace that we're comfortable with. And don't give up. Your perseverance will pay off. Also, if you have faith, pray and trust that God is going to see you through. The one step that I think that we can take is making that first move and really stepping into our calling. So that's all it takes, is making that first move. And that might not be comfortable for you. Speaking was not comfortable for me at first, and I teach online. So, but where there is growth, there's not comfortability. And I say that all the time. So if you want to grow, it's going to come with some uncomfortability. It's going to be uncomfortable at first. If someone wanted to start the same exact business as me, they would first have to have some sort of training. So whether that's education, certifications, whether it's hands-on with children or families or, whatever that may be, you do have to have training. And then I encourage you to level up. That's something my coaches talk about a lot. And work with people who can help you along. Network yourself. This is an investment, and it's not just a time investment, but it's also a monetary investment too. But it will help you get to where you want to be. We need to grow ourselves. That's so important. My coaches have taught me so much over the past year, and they've really prepared me to launch forward. You have to decide how you want to promote yourself and build an audience. Where you want that to be, whether it's, what platform you want to use, how you want to do that. So build rapport and be authentic. I'm an educator, I'm a mentor and a coach. So I started teaching on Facebook. I also started a podcast, which isn't my best platform, but I did enjoy it. So maybe I'll go back to it. And now I've settled on a YouTube channel. So I've tried things out, and I figured out what will work for me. I like the YouTube platform and how that works, and I'm working out the kinks there, but you have to decide what it is that you want to do as well, right? So I have a ministry, and I believe ministries need to serve. So the way I give back is by teaching online on YouTube for free. With that said, my ministry also needs to make money, so I'm in the process of creating inexpensive products. I'm really excited to offer parents and families to help them be successful in their family journey and to thrive. So my very first product I'm about to launch in early October is a guide called How Do We Get Our Kids to Listen, which I'm really excited about launching. Did I say that already? So all of you who are interested in that, who are parents watching, make sure that you send me your email address for a discount code, and you will be one of the first people that get a copy of this at a discounted rate. So when you send me your email address, just send discount code in the subject line, and you're going to be the first to receive the guide. So I also have coaching services and classes that I'm working on offering right now as well. All of this is coming in the fall, mid-fall, so be on the lookout for that. My journey of building my ministry has been a slower process because I have 2 little ones and I've had to go back to work full time, which wasn't originally in the cards. So that's what I mean when I say that everybody's journey is their own. It doesn't mean that I'm not successful. I'm still successful. I've been building a ministry for a year. I thought it was going to take off really just full force last winter, and it had to be slower because I went back to work. I'm still successful. I'm still working towards a greater purpose, and I have to be confident and content with my own journey and the process, and you do as well. If you want to be on this journey, you have to be content and comfortable with the process. So if you want to stay connected with me and learn some valuable parenting and family education tips, tools, and to be challenged, because I'm all about giving challenges, because it's not just enough to have education or the information, we have to implement it. So I'm all about giving parents challenges. Check out my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, and my website. And also feel free, like I said, to message me your email address if you want to stay tuned to Wallace Family Ministry and get the latest news, special offers, and links to freebies. Thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate this time. I love you guys. I thank you all for watching, and Gladys, this has been amazing.